All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Here's Keenum now on second down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. D. Ford in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
14.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. cases, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago. And they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, as he can really impact this offense. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First carry from Devontae Booker. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
This is Ajayi. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Looking for Sanders. Wow. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, This one's going the other way.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes, forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense not getting out of their lanes.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Black 58, Royal. Black 58.
And again, it's Mahomes. And it's caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep for Demarius. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Out of the gun, Keenum. Keenum is sacked. Allen Bailey with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Keenum. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. A big play there for the Broncos on third. 44 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Keenum. Throwing right side, that's complete to various times.
Why did it take you so long to get off, DT?
Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy. And
coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Here's Keenum to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Hello?
Just what you want on a 1st down run.
Hey,
8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Who's this? Say who? Hey, how you doing? Good, good, good.
Yeah, I just called to check on you, see how you doing.
Oh, that was good. Thanks, man. I'm doing good. I'm really just getting back to work and all because I tore my Achilles, so I had surgery.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
His hands on it, but couldn't pick it.
It's not knee, so so it takes a while, to get it back together there.
Yeah. I'm back to work right now, but I'm kind of limited. But I'm getting around now.
Yeah, okay, well that's really good. The reason why I called
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense
I
will
know
take
these
over with a new set of
programming.
downs.
Oh yeah, that's what I
And
did.
Denver getting set to take the field.
Okay,
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the
What was the
defense.
tip? What we talked about?
Special teams went
The
out
power,
there.
the fire. Oh yeah, the fire stick.
I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
You
Back
still
to
do
throw,
those.
Keenum.
Yes, sir.
Couldn't quite hold it. Got
Okay,
hit.
now how does that work again? I got an idea.
That's the right time there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time. He was reaching to bring it
Basically, I would go ahead and reprogram it, and then you have to have an internet connection. If you have an internet connection, then it'll connect to the internet, and then you get all these different, you get all the movies. I also have it set up to where you can get sports and stuff like that too. So.
Okay, get sports like you get up, like different sports like
Position on him, and he pulls it in.
like
MMA. I watch MMA pay-per-views. I watch any NFL game that's showing, any NBA, any college, all the sports I covered after I programmed this stick.
Okay. And then you just need an internet connection.
Yeah, you need an internet, preferably a broadband, but as long as you have an internet connection, you should be good.
Extra point from
that's not Wi-Fi then, right?
Yes, it is Wi-Fi, because the stick itself connects to the Wi-Fi in the house.
Okay, so it'll work with that then, right?
Yes, it will. That's how all of them work.
Okay, that's what I mean. That's what I have like
This will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back on the field.
Yeah, because it only will plug into one machine.
Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7
It's going to
yards
cost
on first down.
$100 each one.
3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
No, once I program it, then you just plug it in.
Begin the drive with Hunt.
Yeah, you'll plug it in. Once you plug it in, you just go to the
I call that play a success.
button.
Nice
Go to the program.
Manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Go to the program that I set, and then it'll show you all the different channels you'll have, or all the different stations. Like it'll say sports. If you click on sports, it'll take you to a bunch of sports apps. Or if you click on kids, it'll take you to all the kids channels and movies and just all those different things. And then there's another app you have for the live sports.
Okay, and is it reprogrammable? How long does it last with that? The program is on the
As long as you don't try to update or anything like that, it should last as long as you have it. I mean, I've had this. I reprogrammed mine once or twice in the last 2 years, and that's just because I like to update with new builds and stuff they come. I like to update.
Okay.
He looked like
Okay, I got you.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
Hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able
that's
to
cool.
get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Yeah, 2 of them would be 200. So I'll go ahead and buy the stick, and then once you're ready, I'll go ahead and program the stick for you, and then I can just send it to you.
Okay, then I got
And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
I'll get the money to you.
And Denver getting set.
Yeah, let me do this. Let's do this. Like, I'm going to send you something in about 30 minutes to kind of give you an idea of exactly what you're getting so you can see what I'm going to send you a text message. Your phone accept text messages? Is this a cell phone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a text message of a link, and then you just watch the link. It's like a 10-minute video, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right, and then it kind of
And then after I look at it, I'll call you back. And then after I look at it, I'll call you back, or I'll get back with you because I want to get it, pretty quick.
Okay. No problem. I've been doing rehab, man, and it's getting better. Like every week, I feel a little bit better. So I'm very proud. I'm very happy with the rehab so far.
Yeah, I had to go to it, and it was kind of brutal.
Really?
You know. Yeah, because I just had my knee was shattered, right? So
On second down, here's
I was not like 2 days old, so I went through a whole lot of work, to get it back. But it came back, though, so I mean, it took a while.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Man, I took my son over to Six Flags for a day, like riding roller coasters and stuff, and then I went to shoot some baskets, try to win him a jersey, and tore my Achilles.
Wow.
All I was doing was shooting baskets and tore my Achilles.
Wow.
play clock
Well, I understand that because,
They'll have two remaining
I've
as we step aside
done my
here in this second
Achilles.
quarter.
I've done my patella.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I've done 3 of them doing exercise. One of them done basketball. Okay.
Huh.
And the other one playing racquetball.
Wow.
And then the other one running a race.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm kind of like...
I had all 3 injuries, right? In all 3 places, right?
It is incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
Defending an out route is awfully difficult because the best receivers try and sell an inside move before they break to the out, and you have to respect that as a defensive guy because if you let them, what they say, cross your face and get across you in the middle of the field, usually you're beating out a route and it's an easier throw for the quarterback. So you
they put a cast all the way up to right above my calf, right below my knee. So, yeah.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, well, I'm glad to see you recover.
Yeah, it's actually been good.
Our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag.
Yeah, I mean,
back-to-back drives.
I broke, well, I'm like you. I guess it might be coming from my side because I done broke my leg, tore both my MCLs on both knees. So I'm not a stranger to this, but at the same time, I wish I didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, me too. Because, I could walk and do all that, and every now and then I go out there and I play basketball every now and then. In school, right? Because I had just done mine in a school game, with the basketball playing the students.
Really well run route.
And so everything I'm out there, and I shoot a little bit, and I'm always remembering that happened, right?
Leave it for Hunt, complete.
And
they're able to get this one across the 35.
You're 100%, you're a young man, you're a younger man. Georgia going on and get together there, you know?
I hope so. It's coming along, man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I'll look at the link, and then I'll call you back, and I'll set up a time to get it, okay?
All right, again, it'll be there in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, then. Just talk to you later.
Okay, goodbye now.
Bye now.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Following the fumble recovery, it's Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Keenum drops it underneath for Booker. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now it's Keenum. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now here's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be fielded at the 6. And now running right through it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Sua Cravens in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
And I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Black 58, real! Black 58, real! Go!
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
I'm not changing.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They come out here in the eye. Mahomes takes it himself. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. Domata Peko, the one to get him down. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. 38 yards on the scamper there.
You know, I have to be really happy after that play. The offensive line. To be able to create space in that situation when everything's jammed in and everyone knows you're going to run it, that's a big-time play.
Because you're probably just thinking, hey, let's get to the 4 or 5 and get some breathing room, right?
That's all you're asking for. That's all your punter's asking for. Instead, he's not necessary now.
Here's Ajayi. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show... protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Keenum to throw on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Now Keenum. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now it's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll hand off to Booker, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining. They burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This from 54 yards away. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Mahomes now to throw. Steps away to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Hunt. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They run with Ajayi. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Tono Passanio coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that was an interesting little... there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, here's Keenum. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
He's the NFL sack leader coming
My
into
fucking
the
center.
game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's Marquette King now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Slow.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down just shy.
Where the fuck was the blitz?
And that one results in 35 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll toss it to Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. A win, if they can get it, would be their first on the year. They'll run it here with Hunt. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run. This is Hunt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Back to throw. Mahomes. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this back. It would have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Now the Broncos will use their third.
What the fuck?
As they'll head
Ain't no AI in this bitch.
What to do next? And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lindsey. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Now it's Keenan. And he can't.
Let's do the ball. Shit.
Taken down. D. Ford in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Keenum to throw. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, Tygate?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences, and you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick it, as the ball's going through the post,
zeros.
The clock hits zeros.
They run again with Hunt. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're